What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Out here today for another overnight. Got little Killian with me. Been raining off and on all day here. Right now we seem to have a little bit of a break in it. I'm going to be spending the night with Killian here in the stone shelter. Done a couple of camps in this spot before, and it's definitely a favorite. I'm going to be camping right on the edge of the river. That's something that I absolutely love about these spots. I'm very excited for tonight's camp. I got some good beers to drink. I'm gonna do dinner that I've only done one time before, and I'm really excited to do it again. Turned out well last time. I'm gonna hang out with my good old dog buddy Killian. We're gonna do a little bit of fishing. Oh, we're gonna relax. We're gonna enjoy nature. But before I do any of that, I've gotta take a little nip off of the old banana flask. Woo! Goodness sakes. Ooh. Oh, man. Ooh. It's got a bite on it. Oh, that is that St. Augustine Florida bourbon that I had. Woo! Yeah, that has a definite bite on it. Woo! Okay. Well, we got the rain holding off for a little bit, so I think the very first thing that we're going to do before we do anything else is I'm going to toss the line in. Woo! Let's do it! I swear one of these times I am gonna catch something. Yeah, I haven't been having the greatest luck, but once I get out in that canoe, we'll see if that changes things a little bit. I did catch something on camera last summer. Since the rain's holding off, next step, I'm gonna go ahead and gather some firewood and just get it into the shelter, and I can process it from there. There's a perfect piece right there. Take this piece here. It is a bit punky, but should work for our purposes. Oh, you can go ahead and put the foam mat down for Killian so he has somewhere to lay down. Come on, buddy. Yeah, we came right over to it. We'll move that out from in front of the fireplace a little bit later, but for now it's fine. Yeah, that was like the third or fourth jogger that's come down this trail that he has chased after. They've all been very nice about it, but he's just not being obedient today, so he is tied up down there. Yeah, for the time being, he's going to sit there while I finish gathering this firewood. Well, luckily, we got this piece right here. Yep. So this is a nice big piece. That should serve us well. I'm going to get this back to camp here. I'm going to try taking a piece of this off and just kind of see what kind of wood we're working with here. I mean, that is good. That is good firewood for our purposes. Since it's not raining, I'm going to go ahead and process this up outside so I don't get all that sawdust and everything inside of the structure there. Oh yeah, good stuff. Just had a guy come down want to check out the campsite, is heading over with some buddies in a few weeks, and he's gonna rent out one of these locations, do some walleye fishing. This river's really good for walleye at a certain time of year, which is right now. So he hooked me up with a couple floating jigs and some sinkers, and kind of gave me his technique. And I haven't done a ton of walleye fishing, but I might give it a try. We'll see if we have enough time and daylight here. But thank you to that guy if you see this. Yeah, looks like the rain's starting to pick back up. I definitely needed this. Yeah, the last couple of camps had some nice hikes in, and we're a bit more on the strenuous side. Last one you saw was less of a hike, but more of like the kind of building and setup. That stuff's fun. I love to do that. You know, it's just fun to practice kind of bushcrafty type of skills and stuff. Still putting the final planning touches on my canoe camp for next week. But we're going to do at least 2 nights. I think I should throw that line in there real quick. Let's toss the line in. There's just something about camping in the rain. Can't beat it. Donatello! Ooh! Ah! Jeez, okay. Ah. Ooh, yeah. Donatello! Uninteresting. Yeah, so what I noticed with Killian is like when we first get out to the campsite, he's going crazy. He's difficult to control. He's super hyper. But yeah, once we get settled, he is just very calm, very chill, and he just wants to relax. So you know, if we can keep him in that kind of mode, he's going to be a perfect camping dog. So far, I've been trying to take him in places where I just know the area super, super well and close to the car, and I just have it more contained, and just kind of getting him used to doing this type of stuff. I definitely would like to take him on some backpacking trips. He just wants to do whatever I'm doing, you know. So I guess we might as well go ahead and get the fire started. I don't see why not. I don't think I'm going to do the walleye fishing type of thing that the guy gave me the equipment to do. I will try that in the future, just not today. But that requires getting out into the water a bit, and I'm not set up to do that. I'd have to get out in my bare feet and wade out there. Yeah, we'll probably save that. All right, might as well work on our fire and work on dinner, because I am kind of getting a little bit hungry. So why not? These sleeping bags have to loft up a lot of times, even though this is a synthetic, it's not up down. But it's still nice to let it get out and kind of sit out for a bit. And then I'm going to go ahead and cut this in half. Oh yeah, that's a good piece of firewood too. It looks punky from the outside, but it is not. Ooh, that is hard. I mean, you can see that's a good piece of firewood. Okay, put that sucker like that. Put that like there. Might need to cut these one more time, I think, because then we'll go all the way across and I'll just use these two. Okay, off screen, I went back. Ooh, somebody left some little twiggies in here for whatever reason too. Off screen, I went and cut those. So we're good now. These will stretch all the way across. Oh, what was I going to show you? That's it. Yeah, so if you were to see this, you would go, there we go. Yeah, so if you were to see that lying on the ground, you would go, yeah, that's not good firewood. But over here, this is pretty good firewood. A little bit of punk around the edge, but not that big of a deal. The reason why I knew it was going to work fine for firewood is because Park Service or Forest or whoever had cut it and just barely tossed it into the woods right there, so I could see the cut end was completely, you know, good to go and good firewood. So anyway, okay, this is going to be our base. All right, now let's get a couple more fine pieces up here. Oh. Yeah, so just for fun, I'd like to do process up at least one of these logs here. These are just some pieces that were left here. Haven't had the old Mora companion out for a bit. This is just good, super dry firewood. That'll go up fast. A couple of finer pieces will really help this out. Like I always say, it wouldn't be a Sam Bananas video if I didn't forget something. Forgot my headlamp. I do have my flashlight, trusty flashlight. It's a little heavy to do this, but it can work in a pinch. It's got this clip, and then it can just go right on the brim of your hat. It's not ideal, it's not perfect, but it does work. I have a separate review channel. You know, opinions are very split about whether people want to see reviews on this channel. So I got a separate channel and you can go check it out. And if you don't want to watch reviews, you don't see them here. And if you do want to watch reviews, you can watch me do reviews over on Sam's Gear and Tech. So I will link this in the description and you can go check it out. So we can see I got some super fine twigs that were left over from the last person. I got some very fine twiggy kind of kindling that I cut up. Got some bigger pieces here. Got some slightly bigger pieces here. Some bigger pieces after that to go on top. Whew, I want that. That just goes to show you, 20 minutes of prep before you get your fire started. Boom, it's up like that with the Taco Bell back. I've been known to rush a fire or two, so trying to turn over a new leaf when it comes to all of that stuff. But yeah, we're moving, we're rocking, we're rolling, and I'm excited to cook my dinner. Look who is making himself right at home. Oh, we'll get our little buddy all tucked in here. How's that little guy? So I did get Killian a raincoat. It was comically large on him. So I'm in the process of returning that and getting something different for him. But I wanted to go camping with him. It's been a while, and so that's why I chose this location, because I know this is something I always have up my sleeve, and we got a nice roof over our heads here. So it works great for a nice rain camp like this. So thing number 2 that Sam forgot today. I forgot my cutting board. So we're going to improvise. It's not the end of the world. Going to cut up our vegetables on our 6-pack bag. And I'll tell you right now, I am very excited for dinner. Probably too much onions, but as many people in my comments have reminded me repeatedly, there's no such thing as too much onions. I know people are going to ask why I didn't cook on this kind of top area here. And the reason is because in the past I've camped here and I have tried to cook on that surface, and I built this whole fire up like so big and like raging and stuff, and it was still not hot enough to cook on. So it's just a surface that's there. I don't know if it's meant to be cooked on or not, but it doesn't work. I've tried it before. So that is way too hot, I think. I'm gonna pull that heat down somehow here. Okay, let's get that out of there. It's a bit more reasonable. That'll do. Woo! Look at that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Not the fanciest fajitas, but that'll do for dinner. I still have one more pork chop, so I gotta figure out what the heck to do with that. I am grilling up a pork chop for Killian. So we'll figure out, I guess, what we're gonna do. He's gonna have a plain pork chop with no seasoning. I know some people give their dogs seasoning. I've always heard it was it's not like chocolate, but it's not the greatest for him. So he doesn't know the difference. So I just err on the side of caution and give him pork chops. I'm gonna give him meat. I don't put seasoning on it. This is ridiculous. Mmm. It's a ridiculous amount of food. Oh, number 2. Here we go. Here we go, and we're rocking and rolling. In the future, I need to remember, one pork chop is way more than sufficient. Speaking of taking requests, I would love to hear from the people at home, what type of video haven't you seen for a while that you would like to see? Oh my god. I haven't done a stealth camp for a while, so maybe I'll get one of those going for you guys. So good. Man, I'm getting full. Oh man, come on now. Woo! Alright. Why do I do this to myself? Goodness sakes. Okay. I gotta finish up. I gotta figure out what to do with the rest of this. We'll check back with you in a few. It's a bit well done. That's alright, he'll be happy to have it. It's a bit hot, so I put a little bit of water in there. I'll give it some juices, cold water, cool it right off. Tiny bit. Smells hot. You shouldn't be too upset about that. Get him to drink some water while we're at it too. Looks like somebody put scalding hot pans down there is all I can think of. It's not structurally damaged, it's just cosmetic, but you know, it's a little on the careless side. If you see it and you're wondering what that is, that's my best guess. So. As for the fajitas, I was able to muscle those down with a fork. The pork chop, there was no way I was getting that down. I have a mini tiny fridge and like a big power bank that I use for car camping, and that just lives in my car in my back of my Outback unless I need the space for something, so that's just always back there. So I took that and wrapped it in a plastic bag and threw it in there. So we'll see if that survives until tomorrow. But it's on right now, so we'll hope for the best. Got my pan in the fire. We're doing the dishes. The big problem I'm facing right now is I was planning on having Killian on the ground, and I was just going to double up that mat, that foam mat, and then give him a nice puffy blanket to curl up and wrap up in. But there is not really like a dry spot on the ground that I can see anyway. Killian's comfy wumpy where he's at, but I don't think we're both going to fit on there. So I'm going to try a different solution. Oh. Good night. Oh man, Killian was definitely getting restless last night. Oh, he had to move over. He got up, and then I have him tied up, so he doesn't run off. And he got himself all tangled up underneath the picnic table. So I had to untangle him. I tried sleeping with him on the cot, but that was really not working out. So I just moved him close. I moved the cot super close over to me, and that seemed to calm him down a bit. I'm just gonna get this torn down and get the heck out of here, I think. All right, everybody. That is another one of the books. Another little training mission for Killian. I think he's getting better each and every time we do this, so keep working on him. Okay, so we're gonna hit the road. I appreciate greatly each and every one of you for tuning into this video. Thank you so, so much. If you liked what you saw, I would greatly appreciate it if you would click that banana. Boing. We're gonna catch you on the next one, everybody. I'll be back soon.